It's a high-altitude game for us today. Welcome to Empower Field at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Today, a pair of rivals from the AFC West. It's the LA Chargers and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. No run here with Amari on Hampton. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. And on the tackles, Jonathan Cooper.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Hampton. Fights his way through a tackle. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. And we talked about it earlier, but a losing streak in the building rhythm, that is not a good start towards breaking that streak as they go 3 and out.
No, you want to bust that narrative, and the best way to do that is to start fast, and, well, once again, they're not.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Opening play is Bo will throw. Trapman has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First run of the game. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. But the Broncos will get it back. Heads up play to recover that one. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he's brought down to push into that 35-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Nix now on 1st and 10. He completes it in traffic. And this one doesn't go far.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
He's got the first down grab and still going. And he's going to have this down to the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Gallins on 1st and goal. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground. He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines should have won a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Nix from the gun. Catch is made in close. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Play action now for Herbert. That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. It's a small gain up to the 38. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. 2nd down now. They need 7.
At the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Hampton. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Ooh, almost a throw to cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Herbert from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's going deep down this side. Brought in inside the 20. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Second and 3 now. It's Herbert once more. Flushed out of the pocket. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers trim the lead to 1. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got first and 10. Nix. Hitting Ingram on the slant. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Denver first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, it's Nix. That'll be caught by Torrey Franklin. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Nix. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You know, some of these tight ends today, you can put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
On second down, here's Dobbins. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. They sent with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. Third and long, in the throw. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he gets it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos break the tie here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Here's Hampton, open and drive. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that's such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. This is caught downfield by Allen. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
First down, Los Angeles.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. It's the Broncos out in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Chargers ball as we get back for the second, and they are thinking points. carry. This is Najee Harris. And he'll have a short pickup down to 17. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They send a receiver in motion right. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just posture that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping the tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
Their own 25-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. He's getting it on the ground here with Dobbins. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Captain.
Nick's looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Jake, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. Catch made. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Low 2 on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing here, Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Now Nix. Has it at the 7. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the first and goal.
Broncos, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now inside handoff to Dobbins. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a second quarter lead. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Running it with Hampton. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Set. 380. Straight out. Straight out.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Snapped by Allen. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. So they get dings for the holding. Got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Gabe, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
He's hit before he can get anything on that return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd down.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Nix from the gun. Drop pass brought in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap to Nix. Getting out to his left. He can run it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Ready. Captain. Bombers.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this. Here we go on fourth. Nix. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Ready. Captain. Bombers.
Nix. He finds Ingram, looking downfield here. Their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Captain. Bombers.
From the red zone on first. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Ready. Captain.
Again on second and 10. Nix. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Broncos will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. On the return, it's Jalen Reagor. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. One last play before the break. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call it give right up the middle. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Gives it Dobbins to start the 3rd. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Moving quickly, trying to get set. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. 1st and 10 from the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Nick
line.
Snad, a throw. They try to set up the screen. Dobbins. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That's Odafe Owe with a stop.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
47-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Nix. Brought in. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.